So a lot of the talk that we hear about when we think about pelvic floor health is about strengthening. We need strong pelvic floor muscles to prevent leaking. When we're postnatal, we need to build up our pelvic floor strength. Have we got a strong pelvic floor? As we head towards menopause, the same sort of discussions. We're going to lose muscle tone. We need to keep the pelvic floor strong, strong, strong. And little attention is given to the actual release work, that we need to have a healthy muscle. Yes, we need them strong and we need the muscles to be able to contract, but we need them to be able to release as well. And this applies to any muscle within the body. So what I want to do with you today is just walk you through a little pelvic floor release guided session with me that is a really useful way, maybe at the end of the day, just to give your pelvic floor a little bit of release time so that it can be considered healthy and strong. If we are constantly gripping with our pelvic floor muscles and just holding on the whole time and they are overactive, we can end up with something called a hypertonic pelvic floor. And issues that can arise through a hypertonic pelvic floor include painful sex, constipation, back pain, difficulty starting the flow of urine when you go to the loo, difficulty emptying the bladder or the bowels, things that we can generally get on with in life, but we really don't have to. All right, so let's give this a try. If you've got yoga blocks at home, these are really, really useful. A soft one like this is perfect, or you might have a slightly harder one like this, a cork one. If you don't have either of these, you can use a really thick, big book. So I don't know if you've got an encyclopedia at home, that sort of thing is great, but you may need a blanket just to soften the feel. What we're gonna do then, and I'll show you with the harder block, so I'm gonna use a blanket as well, is you're gonna pop it on your mat. And we're going to lie on this. Where I want you to position the block is on your sacrum. So that's kind of like your bony bit here, like your tailbone. Okay, not in the lower back, that's going to hurt. We want to find that sacrum. So it might need a few moments of just adjusting yourself, adjusting the block, finding that spot where you feel like the pelvis can just sink down. Okay, you too. Just open your arms out, make sure the shoulder blades are flat on the floor, palms up to the ceiling, feet are nice and wide so you're stable. And now we are literally going to shut the eyes and slow everything down, okay? So turn your attention to the breath, place 2 hands on your lower belly. And I want you to think about guiding that inhale breath down through the diaphragm, so ribs expanding, and then belly gently rising. And you want to literally visualize the anatomy. So think about that breath reaching your perineum, filling your pelvis. And on the exhale, just feel the body naturally rebound to neutral. So no active squeezing here. We're just focusing on the relax. Every exhale, feel that pelvis get that little bit heavier. Every inhale, fill that pelvic bowl. Feel the perineum releasing. Every exhale, sink a little further down. Have a quick body scan. Just check you're not holding on to any other tension in the body, maybe around the jaw, the shoulders, the tummy. Inhale, we expand and release. Exhale, just breathe out the tension, breathe out any blockages you're holding on to. If you're not already, try and lengthen your breath to a count of 4. So do exhale now, blow everything out. We'll breathe together. So we inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Carry on at your own pace. And then we're going to move into the next position, which is lifting one knee at a time. Again, you might need to have a little shift around on that block, find a comfy position. Ankles just hang down low. And your knees are above your hips, maybe using your hands for a bit of support. So the thigh bone can literally sink down into that hip socket. Same thing, nice long, deep, relaxing inhale. Every exhale, letting everything go. All your attention focusing down here in the pelvis. So see if we can tune in with that movement, that sort of oscillation of the pelvic floor muscles with the breath. Inhale, lengthening out. Exhale, rebounding naturally back into neutral. And the third position I want you to try is just to take those knees apart, working into these inner thigh muscles. Now these, if you have an overactive pelvic floor, can be quite tight. So be kind to yourself here. You may want to support your thighs with your hands, or you can reach through and grab your ankles. But again, spend a few moments here, breathing into any tension. Letting gravity do its work. And when you're ready to come out of this, hold on to one knee and stretch one leg down the mat. You may find this a really nice, satisfying hip flexor stretch. Postnatally, these tend to be really tight. So stretching passively by using a block and letting the leg hang over it is really good. Again, don't force anything, just breathe into those tight spots. Back in, send the other leg out. And if on one side's tighter than the other, this is my tighter side. And when you're done, bring that knee back in, gently roll off your block, move it away, and push yourself up to seated again. Have a go with that, see how you find it, and let me know.